I'm a veteran, everyone. I served 3 years in the United States Army in the infantry. I served in the foreign theater, ironically, bringing elections or assisting during elections in Bosnia and Herzegovina in the 1997 year. What I'm seeing right now is just so heart wrenching to me. This country is not a perfect union. It never has been. Um, and I think that this it is beyond the pale of what I'm seeing here on TV with the president of the United States, um, the president of the United States encouraging rioters to go to, or protesters, I should say that, protesters to go to the Capitol building. I I'm all on board with that. But they started breaking through barricades. They basically broke into the Capitol building. The hypocrisy and the double standard of what I am seeing right now is just so disappointing to me. It's not surprising, but it's just very disappointing to me. When I joined to serve, and I joined to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. That gives people the right to protest peacefully. But what I'm seeing is not a peaceful protest. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You've got sharpshooters on the Capitol building of the United States of America. You've got an armed standoff at the door of the floor of the House right now. You've got people in the rotunda of the Capitol building right now. And they've been allowed to get that far. They've been allowed to do that. And they were whipped up. I've tried to stay away from this, but they were whipped up by the current president of the United States. This is ridiculous. It's unbelievable. And it is a stain on our country forever. Shame on the individuals who support this mess. Shame on the president of the United States for encouraging this. And shame on these protesters for thinking that this is the way, when all they needed to do was go out and vote. That's all they had to do. Go out and vote. Just go out and vote. This is very disturbing. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Because this House members are being given gas masks on the floor of the House of Representatives. And the hypocrisy and the double standard of what I'm seeing right now, when just a few months ago, peaceful protesters were tear gassed and assaulted. This is so disappointing to me, y'all. This really breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart. Really breaks my heart. It's just so sad. It's just so sad. You have members, you have individuals that are in that building right now. The vice president's been evacuated. You have members that are in the order of succession that are in that building right now. It's how dangerous this is. If these protesters are violent, like super violent, and they get in there, these people are affecting democracy that they're protesting that is being taken from them because they didn't They didn't cooperate when they had the chance. They didn't do the basic thing and vote. They just didn't do the basic thing and vote like they should have. They didn't do the basic thing. They lost legally, and now they're protesting illegally. They're doing something that is against the law. Like I said, this really hurts my heart. I know Trump. I know Trump supporters. I live in the neighborhood with Trump supporters, and regardless of all of that, they're still my neighbors. I see those people almost every single day. We see each other. We say hi because we're neighbors. We've known each other way before Donald Trump became the president of the United States. I don't treat them any differently. They don't treat me any differently. This is a disgrace. This is the disgrace to the United States of America. And everybody around the world is watching this. Everybody around the world is watching this. And they are shaking their collective heads. This is forever going to stain the example that the United States holds in uh, in other countries. And trust me, I've served in other countries. I've served in another country, and I know how in what high esteem they deem or they used to deem the United States. But after all of this, it's over. It's over. We're not. It's gonna be a struggle to get all that back. It's gonna be a struggle to get all that back. All of my time that I spent over there, all of my sacrifice that I have made, 3 years of my life, uh, the sacrifices that others that I know have made, people who have had body parts blown off, and this it just this steps on all of that. It steps on all of it. This is ridiculous. It is shameful. It is unethical, and like I said, it is beyond the pale. And I'm gonna leave you with this. One of my favorite quotes is attributed to Dante, but Dr. King and President Kennedy said this once before. There's a special place in hell for those who, in a time of crisis, maintain their neutrality. There is a time where silence begets betrayal. It is time, it is beyond time for people to stop playing these games and to start thinking about the country as a whole. As a whole. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. That was my rant. This really ticks me off.